assure you that tomorrow is brighter than yesterday.
Unit is very important.
When we realized that we could operate together as ZIFA, also it dawned upon our leaders that we should also cooperate at the political level, so that whatever assistance we're getting, whatever campaigns they were making as leaders, either through OAU or the general international community, the voice must be one.
Unit is very important.
Make a wish come true with the TM Pick and Pay Christmas Wish. Visit our Facebook page for more details. This time check is brought to you by TM Pick and Pay.
Good evening and welcome to the main news coming to you live from our Pocket Hills studios. I am Tariro Manamike with Peaceway Shomunika at the Sign Language Desk.
And I'm Justin Matlatla. Sibugele Maposa will join us later on from our Montrose studios in Bulawayo with more news from that end. But for now, these are the top stories we are leading with.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa says collaboration of all sectors of the economy is key for the realization of Vision 2030.
In business, growth and stability in the economy is reducing the financial exclusion gap.
And in sport, candidates for the ZIFA elections announced. Those were our headlines. We now give you the news in detail. President Emmerson Mnangagwa says the attainment of Vision 2030 is on course through the collaboration of all sectors of the economy. More details in the upcoming report.
When the Second Republic assumed office, it was clear on the economic aspirations and trajectory that it would follow to put the country on the road to attaining an upper middle income society by 2030. In his Unity Day message, President Emmerson Mnangagwa said he believes as a united front, Zimbabweans can push for the attainment of Vision 2030.
Hand in hand, in unity, from village to the provincial level, sector by sector, and industry by industry, Vision 2030 shall surely become a reality.
The head of state highlighted that government is cementing and consolidating national unity and social cohesion through several strategies.
Under the Second Republic, we are cementing and consolidating national unity and social cohesion through several strategies. These include accelerated development at grassroots level and a broader decentralization. Homegrown unity and peace-building processes led by our chiefs are a testimony of the effectiveness of our heritage-based strategies in addressing contemporary realities. Let us therefore look ahead to a brighter future as we continuously discover the strength that resides in our diversity, culture, and traditions.
As the country marks 37 years since the signing of the Unity Accord, President Mnangagwa reminded Zimbabweans on how peace and love are key for development.
Unity, patriotism, peace, as well as love and respect of this National Unity Day with sober reflections and recommit to the rich national heritage embodied in the historic Accord of 1987.
Calls for Zimbabweans to remain united and foster peace underpinned the 2024 Unity Day message. Josephine Mugio, ZBC News, Harare.
Healthcare delivery is a cornerstone for economic development and remains a critical focus area for Zimbabwe, aligning with the country's National Development Strategy 1 and Vision 2030. Our health editor, Abigail Tembo, spoke to the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health and Childcare, Dr. Aspect Maunganidze.
The year 2024 saw government making significant strides to bridge the healthcare gap between urban and rural areas, focusing on enhancing health infrastructure to ensure quality services for the citizenry. Recognizing the disparities in healthcare access, government launched a program to expand rural health centers.
The ministry has continued on infrastructural construction of various, especially mini hospitals in the country. We officially commissioned Runyararo in Manicaland. We are set to officially open Mataga, and then the next 4 hospitals, groundbreaking has already happened in Manize, but we expect to also start construction in Paradza in Masvingo. So those 4 projects will be part of 2024 into 2025. In addition, we have completed construction of 94 pharma stores in the country. So this will go a long way in enhancing delivery of pharmaceutical products, drugs, commodities to the last mile.
Dr. Maunganidze emphasized the importance of universal health access, citing the World Health Organization's key deliverables.
Our country has to make sure that people reduce their walking distance to, especially in the rural areas, reduce walking distance to the next available clinic. Our intention is to reduce from 10 kilometers to 5 kilometers by 2030, and this involves building health posts.
As Zimbabwe continues to invest in healthcare infrastructure, the country is poised to revolutionize its health landscape, ensuring every citizen has the opportunity to live a healthier life. Abigail Tembo, ZBC News, Harare.
The government is set to launch a national integrated energy resource plan during the first quarter of 2025. This is part of the energy sector growth roadmap targeting 2040.
In the past year, a government has invested in the growth of the energy sector, including the expansion of Wange Units 7 and 8, recapitalization of Units 1 to 6, as well as the bringing in on board of new players, with the latest one being the new 720 megawatt thermal power plant. Recently, Energy and Power Development Ministry's Permanent Secretary, Engineer Gloria Magombo, revealed that the National Integrated Energy Resource Plan, expected to be launched in the first quarter of 2025, will consolidate energy sector growth.
We are also, as a ministry, working on developing a national integrated resource plan, energy resource plan. This plan is looking at consolidation of the network master plan, which has been done by the utility, which is looking at up to 2040 in terms of how we are going to supply our energy. So we are not just thinking about today, but we are also consolidating it with the rural energy master plan and the solar integration plan. So as that plan is going to be launched during the first quarter of next year, and it will also help us to see the trajectory in terms of how we are going to move forward.
She also explained positive strides the country has made in harnessing LPG and solar as sources of clean energy.
We also have petroleum, where we have done very well. We have been supplying the products well. We have seen tremendous growth in the gas, especially the use of LPG as a clean fuel. As a ministry, we have also developed a clean cooking strategy where we are looking at our rural communities and working closely with Ministry of Women Affairs to ensure that our women in rural communities and even urban areas are using clean cooking mechanisms.
According to Engineer Magombo, government is also looking at harnessing other sources of energy such as wind to expand energy sources. Olina Ndori, ZBC News, Harare.
The temporary closure of Lake Chivero due to cyanobacteria contamination has affected communities whose livelihoods relied on the water body, with calls for a thorough investigation into the matter for a quick solution.
This trip is usually a hive of activity because of fishmongers who ply their trade. The last couple of days it has been deserted because of the closure of Lake Chivero.
Popularly known as White House grounds, on normal days, the area is full of buckets filled with fish, but now the silence is deafening. The site of the ZBC News crew realized a gathering of fishmongers who have made a passionate plea to the relevant authorities for a thorough investigation into the contamination of Lake Chivero, whose closure has crippled their livelihoods.
Now is a big blow kwa Tirisusu.
Ndakachengeta vana vakaenda kuchikoro yezvinezvi ndikuchengeta vazukuru vari kuenda kuchikoro basa ratofa
ndane makore anotopfuura 15 years ndo industry iyoyi
hove dzinoti dzakabatwa mulake Chivero dzinodarika nemaoko evanhu vakawanda iye adzibata wacho neni ndadzihodha ndinonopawo wandinopa achipawo wake vanhu tirarama
asi tiri kukumbisa dai vativhurirawo dhemu takwanisa kuraramisa umhuri.
The anxiety is visible, especially for those with fishing licenses who do not know if the situation will normalize anytime soon.
Pane mapemiti atinobhadhara is more than 1,300. Akangokatwa trousers ati achazoitwa sei?
Takabhadhara mafisheries, mari yatakabhadhara mafisheries icharifandwa here.
Ndauya kuno nditengese fishi dzangu semunhu anosiuya nguva yese ndoodha Kariba ndine mapemiti ndine zvese
ndotora zimfresh inobva Kariba but customer iramba kutotenga but munenge amuwanikwe $10 amungaitwe 15 but mukatomusanga ise Kariba akutoranga kutotase kutenga nekuti kuti atofunga ndedzemuleke.
As the days go by, the carpet that once filled the shore with dead fish is now a hunting ground for the grey heron birds, while the fishmongers wait for their turn. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, Lake Chivero.
The First Lady, Dr. Auxilium Mnangagwa, who is also the Wildlife Ambassador, has underscored the need for communities to protect endangered animals for the benefit of future generations.
Dr. Mnangagwa said this when she received a pangolin from headman Clive Chimbi of Mvuma for onward handover to Zimparks.
The need to protect endangered animals came under the spotlight when headman Clive Chimbi of Mvuma brought a pangolin discovered in his village 3 days ago to the First Lady, Dr. Auxilium Mnangagwa, for her to hand it over to Zimparks in her capacity as the country's environment patron and wildlife ambassador. Amai Mnangagwa thanked headman Chimbi's community for ensuring that the pangolin is protected. She commended them for knowing the importance of protecting endangered species so that they are not at a high risk of becoming extinct in the near future. She also took time to raise awareness on anti-poaching in order to protect wildlife for posterity and for the preservation of the country's rich cultural heritage.
Ndaona makusena ano ndawana runare kubva kuna mambo Chimbi. Ndaona vauya nemhuka yatinoti haka pachivanhu. Ambassador we-wildlife vakaiwana ndofunga 3 days ago savanga vakaichengetedza. Isusu munyika medu tinokudziridza kuti mhuka dzakadai dzinoremekedzwa. Saka ndoda kutenda vagari uye nedzidziso kuti kuvagari vose tine mhuka dzedu dzatinoti mhuka haisi kungoti waona wotodya yatova nyama yako but tichipedza nhoroondo yekuti vana vedu nevachauya varambe vachiziva kuti chinhu ichi chakabvira kareko. Saka tinochida kuti tichengetedze zviwanikwa zvedu kusanganisira nehaka iyi. Saka kuuya kwavaita ndoda kutenda mambo kuti vaita havo vauya kwandiri saambassador we-environment and ambassador wemhuka ndichikurudzira kuti aiwa izvi ndo zvinoitwa. Vanenge vaiwana chero kwamuri kupi inouya kunochengeterwa nevezimparks vakadzidzira kuti inodya chii. Ivo nokudzidza kwavo vatoona kuti yakazvitakura zvokuti yatova padhuze pokuti inodetserwa. Saka zvinhu zvakafanana izvozvo kuratidza kuti kuri kuwanda kwembeu idzodzo. Saka tose ngative nekuchengera zvinhu zvatakapiwa, zvinhu zviri zvakatikomberedza kuitira kuti vana vedu nhaka iyi igare iri vana vachauya vazive.
Against the background that pangolins go into extinction if they are not properly taken care of, Dr. Mnangagwa pledged a commitment to always check on the special animal to see if it's being well taken care of. After handing over the threatened and highly trafficked animal to the First Lady, Headman Clive Magusha Chimbi commended Dr. Mnangagwa for his stance with regards to the protection of the environment and wildlife.
Ndabuya nemhuka iyi inonzi haka
pachivanhu. Kuna mai sambaseda wildlife chimuka chatakasangana nacho munzvimbo mangu mandinogara. Nokuziva kuti muka iyi inokosha, haichengetewi navanhu uyezve haifaniri kuurawa. Saka tati tiuye nacho kuna mai vaone kuti chingachengetwa sei kuwildlife department. Tinoda kutenda mai vedu zvikuru mafambiro avanoita mumatunhu ese. Vanofamba vachikurudzira vanhu kuti zvimuka zvichengetewe. Zvakaita saizvizvi kana zvimwewo zvakaita vana nzou, vana mhara, vanani nemasango nenzizi dzedu vanoda kuti zvichengetedzwe izvezvo.
Head of Security and Investigations in the Ministry of Environment, Climate and Wildlife under ZIMPAX, Mr. Philemon November, paid tribute to Amai for her dedication and passion to preserve the country's wildlife for future generations and for ensuring that the natural resources are given special attention. He added that the step taken by Headman Chimbi is a significant milestone in the conservation efforts, and it shows that communities are alive to the issues pertaining the protection of natural resources.
On behalf of the Director General, I would want to thank Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa for a sterling job in making sure that the natural resources of Zimbabwe are given special attention and conservation takes its center stage so that we minimize unwanted destruction of the ecosystem services through poaching and illegal wildlife trafficking. In that regard, she has taken it upon herself, where she has gone out there to conscientize all the communities of Zimbabwe to be knowledgeable on the fundamentals of protecting our natural heritage, which we have seen today, culminating into Mambo Chimbi, Vava Kuchivu Kwesoko, coming all the way to Harare to hand over a specially protected animal. These animals, they are given specialist attention in terms of protection because of their numbers and poaching that will have taken a center stage worldwide or in our natural range state, where we need to give them the special protection. If anybody is arrested with a pangolin, trading or illegally moving it without a permit, that person is arrested and charged under the relevant statutes, where upon conviction one is sentenced to a minimum mandatory jail term of 9 years.
An avid environmentalist, the First Lady also launched the Pangolin Conservation Strategy and Action Plan earlier this year. The Zimbabwe Pangolin Conservation Strategy and Action Plan is meant to guide and coordinate actions for the effective conservation of pangolins. The strategy to conserve the threatened and highly trafficked animal was developed by the Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority and Tiki Haywood Trust. Amai Mnangagwa, who is the country's ambassador for wildlife, is always raising awareness in communities for them to be knowledgeable on the fundamentals of protecting the country's rich cultural heritage, which includes specially protected animals. She has also been advocating for the protection of communities, looking at the human-wildlife conflict management, working tirelessly to engage potential stakeholders on issues where humans and wildlife intersect. Dr. Mnangagwa regularly teaches communities the importance of protecting forests, which are the natural habitat for various wildlife species, for the benefit of future generations. Colette Msanyera, ZBC News, Harare.
Communities in Kariba have been empowered through village business units, with more than 30 nutritional gardens having been solarized.
The establishment of village business units is one of the key pillars anchoring rural development in Kariba. Beneficiaries attest to the positive impact of the initiative.
Yakapinda isati extendwa ikazotanga kuextendwa zvakasimba 2021 zvoita kuti tive ne orchard, tive namabanana nemafruits etinawo panapa tinotengesa tichirarama zvakanaka zvachinja.
Takavandudzirwa garden redu neworld vision saka riri kutibatsira pazvinhu zvakawanda. Tiri kukwanisa kuwana mafruits atinotengeserawo vamwe tichiwana zvekurarama nazvo.
Vana vechikoro vakwanisa kuvabhadharira mari, mainputs vakwanisa kuzvitengera voga vasingacharelaine nehurumende kunyange namadhona.
Chief Director, Agriculture and Rural Development Advisory Services, Mr. Leonard Munamati, revealed that at least 32 village business units are up and running in Kariba.
The village business units dzataona munomu dzinosanganisira dzavane drip irrigation, dzinosanganisira dziri solar powered. Taona kuti mune 32 units village business units akasiyana siyana ari at various levels, but all of them there is a garden which is functional, and there is a organized group of farmers who are making money.
Government is targeting to sink 35,000 boreholes countrywide, on which village business units are being established as part of the rural industrialization drive. Tamuka Charakupa, ZPC News, Kariba.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police in the Midlands Province has intensified campaigns on traffic and crime awareness during the festive period, imploring the public to be on high alert for possible mishaps associated with the season. Our Midlands Bureau Chief Tafara Chikumira has the story.
It is all systems go for the ZRP team operating in the Midlands Province as they gear up for the festive season, with massive deployments having been made across districts. The provincial police team is currently holding campaigns to conscientize the public on the new trends being used by robbers and thieves, while urging motorists to adhere to road rules during the holidays.
We are also discouraging buses to overload and to speed along our highways. We are also looking at defects of motor vehicles as well as public service vehicles. We are encouraging our officers to deal with any defect and impound all those vehicles which have got some defects to police stations.
Public, I say, do not carry large sums of money. Carry only the money which is enough for immediate use. When traveling, leave someone at your places. Think and plan about safety of your property always. Drugs and substance abuse. Let's stay away from abusing drugs and substances. It affects your health and ultimately your future.
Meanwhile, police has also launched the House Under Supervision scheme, where people engage the ZRP to prioritize their houses for regular checks by police officers on duty. Tafara Chikumira, ZBC News, Gweru.
Now, for these and more stories, be sure to log on to our website. That's www.zbc.co.zw. On social media, you can also follow us using the handle @ZBC News Online.
And here are stories still to expect in this bulletin. In business, growth and stability in the economy is reducing the financial exclusion gap. Later on in sport, candidates for the ZIFA elections announced. We'll give you these and other stories after the break. Stay with us.
Zimbabwe, travel Zimbabwe. Chatiri kunyanya kusimbisa kwavantu mauya tinotenda kuti mashara kuti muye kuzopedza Christmas yenyu muri kuno kuZimbabwe muri Victoria Falls. Tinokuvimbisai mufaro chekutanga, tikukuvimbisai makachengetedzeka yavanoti pachirungu safety, nekuda kwokuti tiriko venyika yeZimbabwe ine runyararo, nyika yeZimbabwe ine vanhu vane rudo, nyika yeZimbabwe ina president ane muono wekuwadzana nevamwe, anoti handina ruvengo nevamwe vanhu, handiri shamwari kumunhu wese. Ndo message yatiri kupa panapa. Tikati isusu ngatichienda national fabric yedu, chenjedzo yakauya napatron wedu wemuministry Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa.
Oh, what a welcome. Imagine a country's tourism minister welcoming a tourist
into the country. Such a warm welcome. Thank you so much. It leaves us with such a great feeling. We look forward to coming again already,
And landing and meeting the tourism minister right when we get out the plane is definitely a new experience for us. Lots of smiling faces on the tarmac, and so it's a first experience for us in Zimbabwe. We love it.
I've just had the opportunity to meet with the Minister of Tourism, and she has welcomed us as well. So that's a highlight. We've not met any minister.
So we came from Botswana today, and the minister and the tourism team, they welcomed us to Zimbabwe. It was an amazing experience. They got us this presents, amazing presents for tonight. So very grateful for the experience, and looking forward to enjoying Zimbabwe.
Travel and experience Zimbabwe this festive season. Zimbo.
The Board, Management and Staff of Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, TSCZ, join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the entire nation of Zimbabwe in commemorating Unity Day. We honor and celebrate Unity Day as it reminds us that the unity, peace, and tranquility we enjoy today are products of the selfless sacrifices and commitment to fostering peaceful coexistence and to see an end to all forms of violence. We interpret His Excellency, the President's national vision, which, among others, prioritizes the reduction of road traffic crashes and fatalities by 50% by 2030, as a call to carry forward the revolution towards national economic emancipation. As Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, we commit to playing our part in the fulfillment of the national vision and aspirations. Hashtag Safety First. There is no second chance.
Drink, be responsible.
Everybody needs a little time away. I heard her say from each other. After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is seeking a commercially astute and visionary chief executive officer with the highest level of integrity to lead the organization into the next phase of transformation. The ideal candidate should have a proven track record of business transformation, high business acumen, a strong digital aptitude, and the ability to identify and mitigate risks.
Success in this role hinges on a strong foundation in effective corporate governance, a deep understanding of business strategy, innovation, digital transformation, and customer centricity.
Closing date for applications is 3 January 2025. For more details, visit our website www.zbc.co.zw.
The Board, Management and Staff of the Civil Aviation Authority of Zimbabwe join His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Chairperson of the Southern African Development Community, SADC, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and the entire nation in commemorating the 37th anniversary of the historic Unity Accord. As we reflect on the achievements of the past and the journey ahead, let us reaffirm our dedication to building a united and resilient nation for future generations. Happy Unity Day, Zimbabwe. Our mandate, to promote the safe, regular and efficient use and development of air transport and provide air navigation services within Zimbabwe, and to advise the government of Zimbabwe on all matters relating to domestic and international aviation.
Yes guys, nasi ndafunga kuenda kumusha. Ndimbospenda time nefamily rangu. Ndava ndapinda muchicken buzz. Munoiziva here chicken buzz? Chicken buzz.
Ngoma John wakauya zvewe. Kwai wakabva John angonese Georgette. Vake vasina grocery.
Ndi Joro kumashops. Hayi obvious hapana chaidzoka nacho nenungo dziri pape ungazinze ngoro negrocery pape.
Anga vangozara manene.
Kuna chiri kudzo.
Ndava ndaona mblazi mubazi. Anotaurisa munhu uyu.
Indonzi Lee.
Tats.
Urubope.
Australia.
Alright. Kana tiwazimutwa kunana kutengesa unozimutsaga zvantu.
Sei.
Ndatohama kudai.
Okay, bro.
Acheni.
Alright. Tubasa.
What is the cat?
Tats.
Oh,
tats. Guys, ndaona munhu achitengesa chibage. And I've been at chibage maybe 10 years. Ndikati, imari chibage. $40. Munotora iko ke? Alright.
0773 426 300.
Alright. Yaita here.
Yaita, thank you.
Guys, chiri kunuwirira. Ndazosvika kumusha manje.
Joy after joy.
Thank you for staying with us. We continue with the main news bulletin. Students from Maple International School in Shishalane raised the country's flag high after winning an award at the Technoxian World Robotics Challenge held in Egypt.
The students who participated in the innovation category designed an automated security system that uses radio frequency identity technology to curb theft, vandalism, and trespassing in mining companies.
We're showcasing an automated mine security system which solves a problem on security.
It was a great exposure for my team. We learned a lot of stuff from other teams and we managed to come second place. It was a tough competition. People had many projects.
Project supervisor Wanda Mangwendeza said the robotics competition brought together young innovators and robotics enthusiasts, providing a platform for them to demonstrate their skills and creativity.
We had 9 teams that we were participating against. The Russians had more teams, and in terms of the category, we were participating in the innovation category, where you are supposed to research in your community, look for a problem. When you identify a certain problem in your community, you come up with innovation or creativity to solve that particular problem.
The event featured a series of challenges that tested the participants on various aspects of robotics, including coding, design, and teamwork. The Technoxian World Robotics Challenge also enables teams from across the globe to participate in robotics challenges such as boats combat, maze solver, and drone racing, among others. John Nandara, ZBC News, Harare.
Well, we'll now cross over to our Montreal studios where we join Sibukele Maposa. It's a good evening to you, Boge.
Thank you very much, Justin. Good evening, Zimbabwe. Let's carry on with the news. Government has vowed to intensify the fight against the influx of smuggled goods to protect local industries and boost revenue. Let's hear more.
With the festive season upon us, there is usually an influx of products passing through the country's ports of entry, with some of the goods being smuggled into the country, threatening the local manufacturing sector and revenue collection. It is with this in mind that government is employing stringent measures to curb the menace.
We've seen an increase in smuggling.
over the last few years. It's very important that our revenue authorities, working with the law enforcement agencies and security, as well as the Minister of Industry and Commerce, take action to show that smuggling is killing our formal businesses, squeezing our formal businesses, hurting jobs. That's why we see this blitz that we've undertaken right across through our borders and right across the economy. Of course, we're aware that certain traders would feel that, oh, it's the festive season, government should be a lot easier, more flexible. But at the same time, through that, we still continue to hurt from our businesses, and that's not pleasant. That's why this blitz was undertaken.
Furthermore, government is also intensifying efforts to promote locally produced goods to propel economic growth.
In the budget itself, we've announced a new policy to say certain products, including cement and so forth, will be deemed smuggled unless proved otherwise. So these are products where we think there is a lot of smuggling, and we just want to increase surveillance.
Some of the measures to curb smuggling include crackdown on buses, vehicles and businesses, and the confiscation of smuggled or counterfeit goods that are increasingly flooding the market, especially during the festive season. Grace Sibanda, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
The Minister of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Professor Mthuli Ncube, spread the holiday cheer this festive season, sourcing various goodies for communities in Bulawayo and Matobo.
In keeping with the spirit of giving, the Minister of Finance, Economic Development and Investment Promotion, Professor Mthuli Ncube, embarked on a goodwill tour, bringing Christmas cheer to vulnerable communities in Bulawayo and Matobo. Beneficiaries expressed immense gratitude for the kind gesture.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Sithi kungani kungaphinda kusikhumbule futhi sithole ngoba hayi vele kunzima.
Sipho sisiphiwe namhla sibe isipho esihle kakhulu. Ikakhulu kimi sincedile ngoba vele namhla kuphi kade ngalala.
Njengabantu bematobheni lapha sipese lala ngendlala. Kungelalo lalapho ungathe phephela khona.
The benevolent gesture was driven by a deep sense of social responsibility.
Demonstrates our desire to work with the people, not to leave the people behind, but to just push them for a few days with something to eat. And going forward, we'll continue to do the same.
This is through my foundation. I source these things privately from well-wishers, but it still goes to the people, so it's very, very important. Government has its own program, which is very robust, funded by government, which is a drought and food mitigation program, where again hungry villagers or those in need are given food, and right now that's what we've been doing right now, and we'll continue to do that until end of March next year.
The donation underlines government's commitment to uplifting livelihoods through various initiatives to address poverty, food insecurity, and other social challenges that affect vulnerable groups. Yelandmo, ZBC News, Matobo District.
Government has honored civil servants in the Midlands province after a successful year which saw the province dominate issues of development across the country.
It has been an eventful year for civil servants in the Midlands as the province sought to consolidate the gains scored under the Second Republic. The province, which came out tops in terms of development after contributing 11% of the gross domestic product GDP, according to the latest Zimstat figures, honored its hard-working workforce over the weekend. The Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Ncube, urged the civil servants to remain resolute in support of Vision 2030.
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, as we celebrate today, let us reinvigorate ourselves and prepare for even better achievements in the year 2025. Failure is not an option. We are at the peak of NDS 1 and fast approaching the National Development Strategy 2, that is 2026 to 2030.
Several civil servants received awards for their outstanding performances throughout the year. Meanwhile, Honorable Ncube disbursed food hampers to the vulnerable in Mbizo in the spirit of the festive season. Tafara Chikumira, ZBC News, Kwekwe.
And that'll be all from the Montrose News Desk. I am Sibigele Maposa. Now handing back to Pocket Hill, where Tari and Justin will take us through the rest of the bulletin from this end. Good evening.
Well, thank you so much, Sibukele. And as we continue, the church continues to extend its long-standing efforts to nurture and protect children and youths from the effects of societal ills, particularly drug and substance abuse.
Addressing social norms and attitudes that drive harmful practices among children and the youth has been a key component of Christian faith since time immemorial. This Saturday, scores of children drawn from various parts of Harare converged in Highfield for the Johan Masowe Chishano Children's Interface aimed at tackling drug and substance abuse among youths. The event was also a platform to award scholars who excelled in the just-ended public examinations. The children highly condemned the use of drugs.
It's wrong that school children take drugs because it will disrupt their mindset. They will not focus on their schoolwork.
Like vamwe vanenge vachitoita maproblems ehealth like liver damage and mentality yako haisite zvakanaka unoita kunge munhu anopenge uri right.
Madrugs anokonzera ma-health problems akawandisa.
Kuti zvemadrugs zvinokwadza upenyu hwako ende futi unenge uchitonyadzisa vabereki vako nekuti vabereki vako vanenge vachishingirawo kuti uende kuchikoro.
Leader of the congregation, Madzibaba Moses Kwasira, weighed in on the issue.
Madrugs chinhu chanetsa pasi rino rese. Madrug ari kutambudza vana. Kurudziro yandinopa kuvabereki kana vabereki vaine vana kumba, tindoti vagare pasi nevana vachiongorora mafambiro anoita vana, nokuti mubereki ndiye munhu anenge achiziva kuti mwana wangu aenda kupi, mwana wangu abva kuchikoro nguvai, mwana wangu aenda kuchikoro here. Saka vabereki tiri kuti vana ndiyo nhaka yamangwana. Mageneration ndio naka. Asi kana vana vashinga vachita zvemadrugs, zviri kureva hatina ramangwana.
Government has instituted an inter-ministerial task force to spearhead the fight against drug and substance abuse, which is threatening to wipe out generations. Fungai Jachi, ZBC News, Harare.
On that note, we take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be giving you the business news. Stay with us.
If you drink, be responsible.
Christmas is coming to town.
Dashing through the aisles, specials all around. Wow. Children all in smiles when they hear the sound. No one can resist, no need for shopping lists. There is so much goodness here, you'd be silly to miss. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to shop.
With joy, we celebrate your arrival. A journey that NASA knows well, delivering, promoting occupational safeness,
To our cherished viewers, this is an official invitation to the biggest festive celebration. Let's go! From the 13th of December to the 6th of January. It's astonishing! Accept the invitation when you press play on endless entertainment at home or wherever you are. Oh, snap! With DSTV Stream at no extra cost. T's and C's apply, because this festive, everyone's invited. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
The Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is seeking a commercially astute and results-oriented commercial services director to lead the commercial operations of the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, ZBC. The ideal candidate should have strong financial acumen, proven experience in driving revenue growth, and a deep understanding of the broadcasting industry's commercial landscape. Closing date for applications is 3 January 2025. For more details, visit our website www.zbc.co.zw.
Welcome back. The growth and stability in the economy is reducing the exclusion gap as more players transform from deposit-taking institutions to serve previously marginalized groups.
The granting of a license for financial firm Mukuru to take deposits signifies a huge leap in the growth of the local financial services sector as confidence in the banking system rises. The firm's group managing director and the jury says the milestone provides a perfect opportunity to further consolidate the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe's financial inclusion policy by leveraging on its vast national network outreach.
Being awarded the DTMFI license is a significant milestone for Mukuru because our mission aligns perfectly with Zimbabwe's national financial inclusion strategy. We're excited to leverage our extensive network and digital capabilities to further empower underserved communities, particularly SMEs, women, youth, people with disabilities and rural populations, and to drive greater financial inclusion across the country.
With many remittances naturally transitory in nature, the new deposit-taking microfinance institutions plugs a huge gap serving the financially marginalized.
In terms of money transfer and movement, it's one of the biggest in Zimbabwe. And now getting a license for deposit-taking is actually a step forward for those that were financially excluded. You know, the KYCs for the formal financial service sector, it's most or majority of small to medium enterprises and rural people, women and youth cannot meet those KYCs.
The country has made huge strides in restoring confidence in the banking sector, which had been at an all-time low due to bank runs on several high-profile banks almost 2 decades ago. The sector has remained largely stable, experiencing new investments in a major boost for the local economy. Owen Mendova, ZBC News, Harare.
And now to the arts, where Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation's Kulumani FM has elevated efforts in collaborating with artists through an initiative to help musicians launch their products.
From serving a jail term to the studio, this is the story of Promise Sibanda, affectionately known as Marvelous, who launched his first album called Itubalise Kona at ZBC's Kulumani FM studios in Bulawayo.
Leti mkwezeli ngilo phrase lo talent. Ngayo kuyami party ngayibhala. Vele ngathi la ingoma engayibhalanga ngese prison i1. Yilethi iphakade lami. The rest is zonke lezi ngaphuma lazo from a prison.
Another group, an 8-member Amaqaqa band led by Kulekani Sibanda, also visited the Kulumani FM studios to benefit from the initiative launched by the radio station.
Amaqaqa is a group of 8 members, a male group, acula isicathamia esithi thina traditionally yimbube. Cula imbube ekhona lapha koBulawayo. A group, it was formed in 2018.
Kulumani FM radio station manager Miss Maria Masoga said as a station they're open to work with all artists.
Kulumani FM is a local regional radio station. We also have a mandate of promoting our local artists. Hence now the promotion of the album launch that is running on our station, Kulumani FM music album launch, whereby we get to invite those artists who really feel that they need to amplify their works through the promotion that we have.
The initiative by KFM Radio is meant to reach out to a greater number of artists while creating synergies between musicians and the radio station.
And on that note, we break for sport. Stay with us.
Want to elevate your entertainment? Then add Showmax to your DSTV subscription at a discount. Showmax is not a TV channel. It's an on-demand video streaming service on showmax.com. To add Showmax to your DSTV subscription, simply use the My DSTV app. Select Add Showmax. The app screen will display the discount you qualify for. Now you can enjoy exclusive shows and movies you won't find anywhere else. Add Showmax to elevate your entertainment.
Get your business ready for the festive season with ZBC. Join us for the ZBC Mega Festive Business Promotion running from the 1st of November of 2024 all the way to January 31 of 2025. Enjoy an incredible cash discount of over 50% across all ZBC platforms. This is your opportunity to make your business shine. So celebrate with ZBC and watch your business thrive by simply booking your spot right now. For more information, call Tandeka on 0719 594 426 or Martha on 0719 593 532 or Precious on 0719 593 510 or email tandeka.mubi@zbc.co.zw. Terms and conditions apply.
The chairman, board, management and staff of the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe joined His Excellency President Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa and the nation as a whole in celebrating the country's Unity Day. As we celebrate the spirit of unity that binds our nation together, let's honor the sacrifices made by our forebearers and recommit ourselves to building a harmonious and prosperous Zimbabwe. Their courage, resilience and unwavering commitment to the cause of freedom and territorial integrity continue to inspire generations. Their legacy serves as a beacon of hope, guiding us towards a prosperous and united Zimbabwe. As citizens, let us embrace one another and continue to uphold the values of peace and inclusion, which are key elements to attaining sustainable development. The Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe recognizes the pivotal role the media plays in preserving and promoting our national heritage and ethos. We commend broadcasters for their efforts in upholding the values of peace, harmony, and togetherness. May peace, love, and unity continue to reign in our hearts, homes, and country. Happy Unity Day, Zimbabwe. The Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe. Celebration and expression of our cultural identity through broadcasting.
Not development, not development, not jobs. Is ever important.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. We'll now give you the sport news. 6 candidates will battle it out for the ZIFA presidency after the football mother body announced the successful candidates this Monday following 2 weeks of vetting.
It has been an anxious 2 weeks as the whole nation eagerly awaited the announcement of the successful candidates for the ZIFA presidency. Since the early hours of this Monday, fans were anxious, and as the day progressed, the speculation began with different names being thrown around. However, at exactly 17:30 hours, ZIFA announced the names of the successful candidates on their social media page. 6 candidates made the cut to battle it out for the ZIFA presidency, with the executive committee elections set for the 25th of January. Businessman Ngobele Magwizi, Northern Region Chairperson Martin Kweza, and former ZIFA board member Philemon Machana have all made the cut. Team Zimbabwe UK CEO Marshall Gore has also made the final lineup together with former PSO Chairperson Twine Piri and former footballer Makwinje Piri. 4 out of the 10 candidates did not pass the integrity test that was being led by the ZIFA Ethics Committee under the guidance of renowned legal practitioner Muchadei Masunda. Prophet Walter Magaya, the PSO Chairperson for Nigeria, former legislator Temba Mliswa, and former Warriors Captain Benjani Mwarwari have fallen by the wayside. 10 candidates will vie for the 2 vice presidents' position, and one of which should be a woman according to the new ZIFA statutes. 36 more candidates who aim to fill the 6 board member positions, while the Premier Soccer League and the newly reconstituted Zimbabwe Women Premier Soccer League will second a candidate each to make an 11-member executive committee. The elections are set for the 26th of next month, will end the tenure of the Normalization Committee that has been running the affairs of Zimbabwean football since last year. Lawrence Trusida, ZBC News, Harare.
Now, football enthusiasts thronged ZIFA Stadium this Sunday for a 4-team tournament in memory of former Dynamo striker Norman Maroto, who left a rich legacy beyond the football pitch.
This year's Unity Day saw Zimbabweans celebrating not only national reconciliation but also the life and legacy of a footballing legend, Norman Maroto. The Norman Maroto Legends Cup brought together former professionals, local stars and rising talent in a display of skill and sportsmanship at ZIFA Stadium.
We've got about 4 teams and we're all united for a cause and for one cause for that matter. That is to just put a smile on our mama's face. Saka tinongokurudzirana as a Unity Day kungobatana in whatever ways, in whatever means. Kungobatana kwakangoita se.
Ranhasi rawo yango yakanaka because is the day mazikano around the Unity Day. Ratiratidza another form of unity. Nekuti raunganidza vanhu vese vakadai, yourself, the media, vatambi vaimbotamba nemuzukuru wangu. Saka nokudaro ndonorikudza randiitira chiremerera nekuti ratisanganisa semhuri nemi neshamwari dzomukomana.
The matches were played in a spirit of friendly competition, reflecting the essence of the days, celebrating unity and honoring a trusted goal scorer and sporting icon who left an indelible mark on the local football scene. Wellington Makwanese, ZBC News.
The Chikomba community joined the rest of the country in marking Unity Day with a soccer and netball tournament at Gadwe Stadium this Sunday.
Residents of Chikomba district who attended the sports festival at Gadwe Stadium featuring Chikomba East and Chikomba West constituencies have lauded the peace prevailing in the country, which they say is conducive for socio-economic development.
Through masports attribute tine runyararo rusingaiti vechidiki nevaitese tiri vakuru nekuti tese tiri kungwana ma-equal rights hapasina zvekutukana kana kudzvanyirana kurana kurovana kana gender based violence takadzivirirwa.
Tinofara zvekuti tiri kuona kuti runyararo ruri kuenderera mberi chero nepano tinoda kutenda kuti hapana kana kumboratidza mupata kana mutsauko zvaratidza kuti takabatana sechikomba hatina kumboita mutsauko kana chii, saka tinoda kutenda nezuva iroriri tinoda kukudza vakarironga.
Chikomba East legislator Honorable Felix Tapiwa Mona and his Chikomba West counterpart Honorable Tatenda Mavetera concurred Unity Day provides Zimbabweans with an opportunity to reflect on the peace prevailing in the country.
Kuti zvese zviitike izvi nyika inenge yakasununguka uyezve nyika inenge ine runyararo, saka tinodzosera kutenda kukuru kwedu kuna Shumba Murambwe President Baba Mnangagwa kuti ndo vane muono wavamisikidza munyika yeZimbabwe kuti tinge takasununguka, tinge tichitamba. Dziri dzimwe nyika unotonzwa kunzi kwaputika uko vanhu vakumhanya, asi isu tinenge takasununguka.
Tichipembera Unity Day rezuva ranhasi uno tichitenda vakuru vedu vakabatana vakati izvoni ngatibatane tive Zimbabwe imwe chete, tive takabatana kuti tiite kuti tiachieve Vision 2030.
Chikomba West won the soccer finals 2-1 while Chikomba East won the netball finals 34-30 in a packed stadium. Gerald Sasa, ZBC News, Chivu.
And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at Pocket Hill and our team at the Montreux Studios in Walayo, it's a wonderful evening. Good night.
Good night.
Kutonga kwenyu baba mna
Notipasa manyengo